everyone. Welcome back to True Crime with Shannon, where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. Well, let me introduce you to Shayla Grant. Sadly, she was killed last month. Let me tell you a bit about her story, and thanks to Brooks over at Crimes, Lines, and Lies, I have learned about her story and her case, and I want to help get out the word and help her mother get some justice for Shayla, because there is a lot more to her murder than that's coming out right now. So let me play a bit of a video, and then we will get into some more information on the case.
A Pensacola man is accused of staging a murder to look like a tragic, deadly car accident. Now Matthew Rekart is charged with killing 26-year-old Shayla Grant. 2 News Oklahoma's Shay Smith spoke with Grant's mother today.
Today, I spoke with Shayla's mother, Shauna McClure, who tells me her daughter was kind, loved music and skateboarding, and now she wants justice served to the person responsible for taking her daughter's life.
Her energy was so strong. Her positive energy was just so strong. You knew her presence around, you couldn't be down around her.
Shauna McClure says she was at work on April 7th when she got a call saying her daughter had been killed in a wreck.
As soon as it happened, I knew it wasn't an accident. We knew when her dash cam was pulled and when her phone was found that something was wrong.
But the medical examiner's office determined Grant died from multiple blunt force traumas to her head, not injuries consistent with a crash.
I wouldn't wish this pain on anybody. Nobody deserves this. I never thought I'd be this mom. I never thought this would happen to one of my own.
Last Wednesday, the Oklahoma Bureau of Investigation arrested Matthew Rekart for first-degree murder in Grant's death. Court records say Grant was having a relationship with Rekart's wife.
She had received threats from Matt before to stay away from her. And, we've all told her, you need to stay away.
Court records also say the OSBI reviewed dash cam video from Grant's vehicle the night of the crash. The records show Grant pulled into Rekart and his wife's driveway, and a man who they believe to be Rekart walked in front of Grant's car before it was then driven to another location. The report shows once the vehicle stopped at that other location, the camera started shaking. Then the man carried multiple objects to his shed and walked back to the car before the car rolled west toward Highway 112. Eventually rolling into a pipe railing.
Shayla didn't deserve that. He hurt her out of his own selfish and insecure ways.
Grant's mom says Rekart's arrest only brings a small amount of closure, and she wants to see justice served. But through it all, McClure says she will always remember her daughter.
Everyone that knew her will never forget her presence. God, she was incredible. Her hugs were the best.
So let's get into this information here. There are a few sites covering the case. And this is Law and Crime, because you guys all know Law and Crime is one of my favorites. And this is telling a bit more about the story. And like I said, there's a lot more going on. And I'm just going to sort of get into the basics right now, and I'll do another video on it shortly. But this is their article that they just posted on the 27th of April. Man beats wife's new girlfriend to death in her car and staged it to look like an accident, but missed her dashboard camera, say police. Yeah, thanks to that dashboard camera, there is a lot of information against Matthew Rekart, but I gotta tell you, his wife, I believe, is very, very much involved. A 33-year-old Oklahoma man is accused of beating a woman to death after learning that she was having an affair with his wife, then staging a car crash to make it look like the victim died in an accident. Matthew Tyler Rekart was taken into custody last week and charged with 1 count of first-degree malice for afterthought murder in the slaying of 27-year-old Shayla Nicole Grant earlier this month, court records obtained by Law and Crime show. According to the criminal investigation filed on April 19th in LaFleur County District Court, Rekart killed Grant on April 6th. 2023 by, quote, inflicting certain mortal wounds, to wit, by striking Kayla Nicole Grant in the head multiple times with an object, unquote. The filing also notes that if convicted, Rekart could face a maximum punishment of death or life in prison without the possibility of parole. Officers with the Pensacola Police Department and LaFleur County Emergency Medical Services personnel on April 6th responded to George Avenue East regarding what initially appeared to be a motor vehicle crash, Fort Smith CBS affiliate KFSM-TV reported. Upon arriving at the scene, first responders found Grant unresponsive in the driver's seat of the car. She was pronounced dead on the scene. When a trooper with the Oklahoma Highway Patrol reportedly reviewed the electronic data from Grant's car, they discovered that she was only traveling at 12 miles per hour at the time of the presumably fatal crash. Now that's suspect, don't you think? The data also reportedly showed that no pressure was applied to either the gas or the brake in the 5 seconds prior to Grant's vehicle crashing. Yeah, if you're having an accident, you know what you're going to do? You're going to hit that brake as soon as you realize you're going to crash. That is red flag number 2. Quote, the damage to Grant's vehicle appeared minimal and did not appear consistent with the fatal injury sustained by Grant, unquote, the affidavit reportedly states. A medical examiner on the scene reportedly found a dashboard camera in Grant's car and placed the SD card into evidence. A review of the footage showed a disturbing revelation, police said. The dashboard camera footage reportedly showed Grant pull up to the home of Rekart and his wife, Tiffany Rekart, and park. A man believed to be Rekart then walks around the front of Grant's car and apparently gets inside. The car then reportedly pulls out of the driveway, drives to a nearby abandoned property with a shed, parks facing the small structure. After parking, the dash cam reportedly begins to shake in what investigators believe to be a struggle taking place inside of the car. Rekart is then allegedly seen walking toward the shed with several items that he places in the shed before returning to the vehicle. The car is then rolled until it collides with a railing at the place where authorities later responded to the purported car crash, KFSM reported. Grant's mother told Fort Smith ABC affiliate KHBS that her daughter had the dash cam installed a few years ago after she was involved in a car accident. And thank gosh she's had that, because that is major in this case, guys. Authorities reportedly located Grant's phone inside the shed on the abandoned property. In an interview with police, Tiffany Rekart reportedly said she'd informed her husband back on March 31st that she wanted to get a divorce. Rekart on April 5th reportedly took his wife's cell phone and found text messages between her and Grant, refusing to return the phone until April 7th, one day after Grant was killed. Rekart is believed to have used his wife's phone to lure Grant to their home while Tiffany Rekart was at the grocery store with their children. Rekart on Monday pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder, court records show. His next court appearance is scheduled for June. Now, after listening to Brooke's show this morning, she interviewed Shayla's mom. And I'm going to also tag and post a link to that show, that live show, because I believe that's something that everyone needs to check out, the live show with the mom. There is a lot more going on. Apparently, Shayla was having a quote-unquote relationship with Tiffany. The issue is that I'm seeing here, and the mom believes, is that Tiffany has something to do with the death of her daughter. And I completely believe that's what's going on here. Seems to me she potentially lured her and then somehow convinced her husband to either hurt her, scare her, or even worse, kill Shayla. Now, to the extent on if Tiffany wanted Shayla dead, that I don't know. But I do not believe that Matthew thought of this plan all on his own. He just does not seem like the type of guy that is going to go after another girl going after his wife. Just doesn't seem like a criminal mastermind, if you know what I mean. So I think that Tiffany, the wife, has a lot to do with the death of this beautiful girl right here. And like I said, there's so much going on here. And her mom says that there's not a whole lot of information right now. But she is ready for the long haul. And I'm also ready for the long haul on this. Because it doesn't matter if this was a quote-unquote love triangle. And while it seems to be, the husband was jealous and upset that his wife was going to divorce him and get together with Shayla, I just don't believe that that's what's going on. That Matthew thought of this all on his own. It's possible he would have gone up to her and told her, hey, that's my wife. You can't have her. Yada, yada, yada. And those of you watching the Letitia Stouts trial, yeah, that's an in-joke for you. But seriously speaking, guys, I really believe Tiffany Rekart. I'm just completely suspect of her intentions. And from what her mother says, Shayla fell in love with this woman. She thought they were going to have a relationship. She thought she was going to have like adopted children with her, her kids, have the, good relationship with them. According to the mom, when they were cleaning out her place, there were drawings that the kids drew of Shayla. So I think that Tiffany got her, she got her wrapped around her finger, and that was the end of it. I don't believe she ever planned on being in a relationship seriously for the long term with Shayla. I believe it was all to get her husband upset and potentially murder her. But why? I don't know. Is this some sort of sick thing that Tiffany likes to do? So I just hope that her husband, who's now sitting in jail, that he's going to realize that he's in deep doo-doo and he's charged with murder. And he needs to roll on his wife. Because she is not innocent whatsoever, in my opinion. I believe, in my personal opinion, that she is completely involved in her death, in Shayla's death. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Again, I will post a link to Brooke's Live from this morning. But I'm going to continue to cover this case because a lot more will start coming out. It did just happen, a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to do some more research on it and see if I can speak to Mom as well. And definitely, I'll also include the link to the Facebook group that Brooks has to get justice for Shay here. And let's all get behind the mama and help her get justice for her daughter. All right, guys, that's all I've got for this one. I hope you have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.